So, I decided today is some self-care day, and I was just gonna vlog a little bit. I may go live later. Right now I am coloring the roots of my hair. So I'm looking amazingly saucy right now. But it's a beautiful day out, and I think that sometimes I forget that even though we're all going through this, that we still have to take time and, you know, take care of ourselves mentally. And so that's part of me doing my hair. That's mentally taking care of myself. Yeah, I may not be going out to a restaurant, or I may not be going out somewhere where people are going to be seeing me, because I don't go out of the house except for to go for walks, but I don't go into public. So still though, I have to look at myself every day, and I was tired with the gray. So here in about 10 more minutes, I will be jumping in the shower, rinsing this out. As you can see in the light, some of my hair has some red in it from where I had put some like red highlights in it. But this up here was what I could get from the Walmart. I ordered it on, you know, the where you order your groceries and go pick them up. I didn't pick them up, but I ordered this. I just picked this color. We'll see how it turns out. So yeah, that's about it. Until later. Ciao. Look at the baby birdies in there. It's hard to see with the screen. You can hear him chirp. Look, there's a baby. Hey y'all. So I've already washed my hands, but I'll wash them again because I know how it can be. So here I go, washing my hands again. Okay, so I'm gonna make something pretty simple. Simple's best, right? Gonna make taco salad. So I have this big 3-pound bag of ground beef, but I don't think I need 3 pounds of ground beef for this. So I am going to cut that down, and it'll probably only leave about 1 pound, but we can always put that in something. Put it on about 3. I'm gonna add some chopped green peppers, and I'll smash all this down later in just a second. I love the smell of green peppers. Okay, we have some chopped onions. For that. Now sometimes I'll use these onions, and other times I will use the minced onions, but felt like using that, so. All right, chop this up a little bit. I like to use wooden spoons. I don't know. Everyone's different, but I like wooden spoons. Okay, so it's definitely not chopped up enough yet, but I am going to start adding some seasoning here. I'm gonna have to get on my tiptoes because I am short. So I'm just gonna use some Great Value original taco seasoning mix. Now some people add their water and do that. I don't do it that way. I just put it in there. I don't know. I just put it in there and I don't worry about adding the water because a lot of times the ground beef has so much water in it already that to me it makes up for it, so it evens out. So I'm gonna chop this up a little bit better, get everything mixed in, and of course once it starts cooking it'll be a lot easier. I think I'm gonna turn that up to about 5, about medium. That way it can get started. I'm also gonna put a little bit of garlic salt. It's coarse ground with parsley. This is like my staple. I love this this seasoning, and then it's by Lowry's, so I really like that. And we'll need a little bit of pepper. And I am going to add a little bit more chili powder. Okay. Boy, I'm making a mess, huh? So while that's cooking up there, starting to cook, I'm going to try to mix it all in. Today has been one of those days where yesterday I had a couple of rough days. Being inside, not going out, really hasn't gotten to me. And I decided last night or I should say this morning, because my sleep schedule is completely messed up. Let me know if yours is messed up, because mine is really messed up. So I decided this morning when I went to sleep that there were a few things that I was going to do for myself today. One being color my hair, get rid of the gray. Another was that I wanted to paint my toenails, and I'd really like to do my fingernails. But the other thing was that I wanted to make taco salad. Now, we have a lot of spaghetti left over from yesterday. And what I usually do with spaghetti is make a spaghetti bake out of it. So tomorrow, that's what I'll do with it, because that would have been normally what we would have had tonight. But because I went to sleep craving taco salad, we're gonna have taco salad. I'm gonna turn that up just a little bit. And I'm gonna put this ground beef away. Let the air out of the side. Okay. Are you helping Mama Sissy, huh? Yeah. Okay. And put these back in the freezer. Alright, yeah, that's starting to cook up really nice there. See, yep, yep, yep. Smells good. And this is one of those that's so easy to fix. Y'all know, you make taco salad. Everyone makes it different though. A lot of people make it with like French dressing. Some people make it with I've seen it with Italian dressing. I've seen it with ranch dressing. I don't use any dressing, okay? And I'll show you what I do. So I keep browning this. I'm gonna keep moving it. Make sure that it's all mixed together, number one, and that number two, you don't have any big chunks of ground beef. Okay, while that's cooking, I am gonna go get the ingredients. Doritos. Okay. I'm gonna need a bowl. Not the prettiest bowl in the world, but you know what? It's gonna work. It's gonna work for what I need. Now it's time to stir this again. Now this is going to get those veggies that I put in there. Cook at a higher heat right now. It's going to kind of get those where they're more done. They're softer. They're not like al dente. Because I don't like crunchy. I don't like crunchy green peppers and onions. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And I'm going to get another ingredient I should have brought while I was over here. If I can find it. I know we have them. You're gonna need a can of refried beans. Okay? Now we, before we put any of our groceries away, we sanitize them. So that has been sanitized before it was even put away. Now, my mom would take and she would probably drain most of that grease off from there. But sometimes I do if there's an extra lot. But sometimes I think it gives a flavor. And there's really not that much in here when you really look at it. So I'm going to let it finish cooking for a few minutes. And then I'm going to take the refried beans. I'm going to put the refried beans in here in this meat mixture. There we go. And then I'm just going to kind of cut it into it a little bit. Because for the most part, this meat is done. Now I'm just kind of getting the beans in here. And getting them warm. Now you don't have to mix it in with the meat. You can go ahead and you can cook it, the beans separately. I do that a lot of times too. But this way, it's just all done and it's kind of a one-pot meal almost. You just kind of just have to mix it all together. And I'm making a mess. If I start a fire, don't worry, we have a fire extinguisher. Okay, so now we're going to let that cook for just a few minutes. I am going to turn it down a little bit. Now I'm going to take the Doritos, okay, and I'm going to crunch them up a little bit. I don't want to crunch them too much. I want to crunch them just a little bit. And I'm going to put some in the bottom of the bowl. About like that. Boy, this lettuce went brown quick. We just bought this on, what day was that? Saturday, and it's already turning. So, wow. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of lettuce in here. I'm gonna pick that out. It's not bad, it's just a little bit browner than what I would like, so. And it's not mushy or anything, it's just starting to turn color. All right, I need to stir this. And I can go ahead and shut it off now. It's done. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get the can of tomatoes out of the cabinet. That's the thing I do. I forget all the time. I just get stuff and then go back and forth. But hey, it's exercise, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so let me go get the tomatoes. And yes, I am going to use canned tomatoes. Where would I be if I was a canned tomato? On the right next to the ramen. On the right next to the ramen. I'm glad my cabinet pockets me. I see tomato sauce. Behind that. And I found the tomatoes. Thank you, Mr. Cabinet. Again, everything was sanitized, but I still rinse it off. Now I'm going to drain the liquid off from the tomatoes. Okay? There still may be a little bit left, but that's all right. Okay? Now I'm going to put some of this in here. back half of it. Where it looks like this. Okay. And then I'm gonna pour a little bit of the tomatoes over it. Not a whole lot. Just like that. To where it looks like that. And then I'm gonna put some more chips over the top of it. Now this time, I'm gonna put the ground beef over the chips. Okay. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of lettuce on the top. And pick out any of the pieces that are a little bit, and this is what I mean. See, it's not bad. It's just kind of starting to turn color. So it's not bad. It's just not as fresh as I'd like it. And it's crazy because we just bought this just a few days ago. Oh well. I guess I should be lucky that it was on the shelf. All right. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm gonna top it with, now you can put cheese in between each layer of this. I haven't, or I didn't put cheese in between each layer because of the fact that I have been trying to watch a little bit of my weight. And so I'm just gonna put it like this. Now it's not gonna stay pretty like this, guys. Because I did all of that, but now I'm gonna kind of mix it up, okay? Take them from the edge and pull them into the middle. All right. So, as I'm mixing this up, you can see that it is turning into a pretty darn looking good taco salad. Okay, but we're not done. To heck with having, worried about calories, we're gonna top it off with a little bit of cheese. Okay, a lot of cheese. I like cheese. Who here likes cheese? This is the Colby and Monterey Jack cheese, okay? And I'm gonna put a little bit of tomatoes right in the middle. And there you have it. Homemade taco salad in 21 minutes. See you later. Ciao. So I'm gonna eat my taco salad with you. I put a little bit of, just a little bit of cream cheese on there.
Cream cheese.
Not cream cheese, sorry. Sour cream and some salsa. So, that's really good. I act shocked. I shouldn't be. So, I've seen a lot of people talking lately about, you know, how they feel like we're like locked down, like we can't do anything. We can do anything pretty much we want to do. I mean, for the most part, it's not like we are living in a communist country. It's not like we can't do something. But I think, everyone has their own opinions on it, and that's opinions are good. But the one thing that I would ask about everything that's going on with the Rona is that think about your neighbor, think about the other person. They may not be as healthy as you are. That's why everyone is trying to stay home as much as possible. Because I know that if, let's say, my next door neighbor who's on oxygen, if she were to get it and I had it and I didn't know, I would feel horrible. I would feel so bad. But during this time of, being in quarantine, we have to remember to take care of ourselves. And that's something that, like I said earlier, I think I've forgotten to do. And I started feeling quite a bit of depression. So, I'm gonna make sure, we're all working from home now, but I'm gonna make sure that I go outside for a walk, at least once a day, even if it's just for a few minutes to get some sunshine. Vitamin D is really good for you. It helps. So I'm going to do that. Getting dressed. Now, I don't know if anybody else, let me know down below, has found this. If you're at home and you're not going anywhere, why get dressed? I'm gonna try to get dressed every day. I may not succeed, but I'm gonna try. And the other thing is, I have to get my sleep schedule back. I have to. And anytime any of the scary thoughts start creeping in, I just have to tell myself that it's gonna be okay. I worry about myself because, I do have an autoimmune disease. It's called antiphospholipid syndrome. And so my body fights itself. And there for a while, they were thinking that Plaquenil was something that was helping the Rona patients. But now they've come to find out, an article I read yesterday, that it actually wasn't helping, it was making it worse. So I don't know what to believe on that. But it was also making it very hard for people who have APLS with a lupus to be able to get their medication. And if you go to the APLS Foundation, if you care to see what it is all about, there are, I know on the Facebook part of it, there's, APLS has made the news quite frequently, and there have been patients with the Rona, and what happens is is that it causes a lot of clots. And that's what this disease that I have does, is it causes the blood clots. And it's causing clots. It's causing us to have a lot of problems. So I am terrified. And so I have really taken isolation to the next level. Like, I've only been out of the house twice. Both the times I've been in a car. Okay? For my sanity, even if I'm not going to be going in anywhere, I need to start getting out in that sunshine. I need to start taking the short walks. I need to find a park bench and you know, and read a book or do something. There are all kinds of things we can do, guys, and still social distance. Fishing, you can fish. There's a lot of things that we can do. What I feel sorry for is the people who are in this and they don't have anybody else in the house with them. Can you imagine being an older person and you've lost your spouse or whatever the reason may be, and you are home all alone through this with no one to talk to? That would be so sad. So I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I know that I have to try to do things for my mental health. And I've done a few drawings. But I still haven't done enough. Because I still feel, I felt myself going down a tunnel that I didn't want to go. So as of today, I am going to work on doing something for myself every day. At least one thing. What are some of the things that you have done or found that you can do that helps to relieve your depression? Post it below, because maybe, you know, maybe you can help. Maybe there's something that you do that we wouldn't think of. I'm starting to get really full. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and go. Thank you for coming along on this adventure with me today. And I know you didn't get to see me do my actual hair, but you got to see it after it was put in my hair. And I, of course, didn't fix it. It's just still wet. No makeup, no nothing like that. But I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my little vlog. And I hope you have an amazing day. And please, let's look out for each other. So, peace, love, and happiness to all. Later. Bye-bye.